Good evening. Good evening, everyone. A very warm welcome to all of you for this class. So today is the first day of your course. Hope you have had already a class on modern dietetics and nutrition. So welcome you all to this Ayurvedic classes. Namaste. Myself, Dr. Pratibha. I'm from South India. So I will be your Ayurvedic classes ka teacher, right? Right. Very much excited to see so many students, so many interested participants in this course. Yes. Yes, there are certain rules and regulations of the class. So, request to all of you, please don't raise your hands in between. First thing. Second thing, every day the classes will start by 5:5 or 5:6. Though we all will be there in the meeting from 4:40 itself. 5 is actual time and we are extending up to 5:5 so that everyone can join, right? So that is second thing. Third is don't keep on messaging in the, during the class hours, because it is going to block the screen and we won't be able to see what is written on the slides, right? As you all know, this is a 1 month course. So you're all participants for this December month, right? So you will be having 4 weeks classes every, Monday to Thursday is your regular class, और Friday को interactive session होगा, Saturdays will be MCQ session. So this is the pattern. So 4 weeks of this, lots and lots, we will be learning about Ayurveda. I'm very much excited. Am I not audible? Arogyam Institute, Team Arogyam Institute coordinators and organizers, let me know if I'm audible, visible, everything. So I'll take some time to start. Yes, for everyone else, I'm audible and visible, everything is fine. So for those who think I'm not audible or visible, instead of messaging, you can just check your internet connection, right? Yes. So these are some of the rules. Don't keep on messaging in between. As I was telling you, we can have an interaction, question answer session at the end, but पहले फर्स्ट वीक में आपको थोड़ा ध्यान देना होगा ये क्लासेस में, क्योंकि इफ यू जस्ट कीप ऑन टाइपिंग क्वेश्चंस यू वोंट हैव टाइम टू लिसन. Okay, classes will be 60% in English and 40% in Hindi. So that is the rule, right? So those who are comfortable with Hindi, 40%, 60% is English. So all the instructions will be given in English, right? So this is regarding the classes. Any doubts you get, all of you please make a note then and there itself, so that you can type all your questions in the query form during interactive session on Friday. All your questions will be answered. And second thing is, फर्स्ट वीक में क्लासेस का शेड्यूल थोड़ा हेक्टिक रहेगा, and so that is why first 3 days we won't be having any question answer session. So fourth day से ये question answer session last में 5 minutes का होगा, लेकिन not the first 3 days. You will feel the classes are very hectic, too much of information loaded. You may think the teacher is always like she wants to complete the syllabus and she's not clearing our doubts. See, in this stipulated time of 1 hour, we will be completing the classes and question answer session बाद में. So इसलिए थोड़ा सा cooperate कीजिए. First, second and third classes में continuously don't keep on messaging. And what you will feel, that also I will say, initially you will feel everything, too much hectic and everything going above the head. Don't worry at all. Absolutely no need to worry. all these things will be repeated again and again during classes. So don't worry, आज फर्स्ट क्लास में जो भी हम पढ़ाते हैं वो अगेन सेकेंड वीक में रिपीटेशन होगा, सेकेंड वीक के अंत में अगेन रिपीटेशन होगा. सो डोंट वरी एट ऑल, एब्सोल्युटली राइट. सो थोड़ा सा इंटरेस्ट दे दीजिए एंड ध्यान लगा के पढ़ लीजिए, सो दैट यू विल बी एबल टू अंडरस्टैंड एवरीथिंग, right? Don't worry. So all of you sit with the paper and a pen and note down some doubts, right? So note down some important points, and whatever doubts you have, you may please note down, right? So saying this, again introducing myself, I'm Dr. Pratibha from South India. Namaste to all. So let us begin the class. Yes, you will be receiving the PPT every day, so no need to worry. All these PPTs, materials, recordings, everything you will be receiving, so don't worry at all, absolutely, right? Okay, so welcome to this course, Arogyam Institute e-learning courses. So आज का टॉपिक है इंट्रोडक्शन एंड रिलेशनशिप बिटवीन आयुर्वेदिक एंड मॉडर्न न्यूट्रिशन. देखिए आज का क्लास को हम 2 पार्ट्स में डिवाइड करेंगे. पार्ट ए इज द कंपैरिजन पार्ट. पार्ट बी में आपको प्योर आयुर्वेदिक सब्जेक्ट के बारे में थोड़ा सा पता चलेगा. सो दैट इज सी माय सिंसियर रिक्वेस्ट, प्लीज यू पीपल डोंट राइट एनीथिंग ऑन द स्क्रीन. Don't write anything on the screen. Yes. Okay, we shall continue. Introduction and relationships between Ayurvedic nutrition and modern nutrition. No hand raising also, right? Okay. First, introduction. So, आप आयुर्वेद के बारे में सुना होगा आप लोग, राइट? सो आयुर्वेदा इज द एंशिएंट साइंस ऑफ लाइफ. आयुर्वेदा तो हमारे भारतीय वैद्य पद्धति है. इसे हम जीवन विज्ञान बोलते हैं. इट इज नॉट जस्ट अ सिस्टम ऑफ मेडिसिन, इट इज द साइंस ऑफ लाइफ. ये केवल वैद्य पद्धति, वैदिक शास्त्र नहीं है, ये तो एक बहुत बड़ा विज्ञान है. वो भी कैसे जीना है इस सब के बारे में बताने वाला एक अच्छा सा विज्ञान है. इट इज अवर ओन एंशिएंट साइंस, राइट? सो आयुर्वेदा इज एन एंशिएंट प्रैक्टिस दैट ओरिजिनेटेड इन इंडिया अबाउट 5000 years ago. देखिए इतना पुराना है हमारा जीवन विज्ञान. आयुर्वेदिक डाइट प्रोवाइड्स गाइडलाइंस टू एनकरेज माइंडफुल ईटिंग and consuming foods that are appropriate for your dosha. So your video will be off. Please don't expect me to on the videos. Okay? No videos. Thank you. Right. So Ayurveda diet तो हमें इतना सारा information देता है, और we also have lots of guidelines and कैसे mindfully खाना है, और कौन सा द्रव्य खाना चाहिए, कौन सा फूड आइटम नहीं खाना चाहिए, कौन सा टाइप ऑफ आहार किस प्रकृति के व्यक्ति के लिए अच्छा है, ये सब कुछ हमें मिलता है इंफॉर्मेशन. सब कुछ के बारे में आयुर्वेद में. द एनर्जी, देखिए एक नया टर्म है दोषा. व्हाट इज दिस दोषा? दोषा इन जनरल मीन्स एनी लैक्यूना, राइट? लेकिन यहाँ पर दोषा इज नथिंग बट एनर्जी. ओके, समझ लीजिए कि दोषा का एक और नाम है एनर्जी. इसे हम ह्यूमर्स भी बोलते हैं, राइट? द एनर्जी ऑफ दोषा डिटरमाइन व्हाट टू ईट टू बूस्ट हेल्थ, प्रिवेंट डिसीजेस एंड मेंटेन ओवरऑल हेल्थ. सो दोषास क्या है? ये दोषास, so it is there inside all of us. हमारे शरीर में दोषास है. There are 3 basic doshas in our body. Please note down: वाता, पित्ता और कफा. So 3 doshas है हमारे शरीर में. So the energy, so कुछ व्यक्ति के लोग, I mean body में ये प्रिडोमिनेंस थोड़ा सा अलग रहता है. Even though all the three doshas are there in everyone's body, the proportion combination थोड़ा सा different रहता है. ओके, सो कौन सा बहुत ज्यादा है ये समझते हुए हमें हमारे आहार का चूजिंग और प्रोसेसिंग ये करना चाहिए. Let us see more about that. Ayurvedic diet focuses on eating whole foods which are minimally processed. So, zyada cooking, zyada processing, bahut zyada refinement is not there. It is like whole foods. Okay. So, introduction to modern nutrition. Modern nutrition, yes, all of you had classes about modern nutrition also, right? So, modern nutrition focuses on amount or ratio of different nutrients while planning a food. Most dietitians and nutritionists use RDA to plan a diet. शायद आप सबको मालूम होगा कि RDA का मतलब क्या है. RDA means recommended daily allowance. So recommended daily allowance is हर दिन में, I mean दिन में कौन सा nutrient कितना चाहिए हमारे शरीर के लिए. So that is given by this formula RDA. So it works on one size fits all approach. ये तो, yes, it is like one size fits all. Okay, so there is no specific customization here. Diet planning involves maintaining adequate levels of energy and nutrients, balancing food groups. So इसका मतलब है दिन में अगर हमें कोई भी समय में एनर्जी ड्रॉप हो रहा है या फिर न्यूट्रिशनल डिफिशियंसीज हो रहा है, ये सब कुछ के बारे में हमें कुछ जानकारी देती है ये मॉडर्न न्यूट्रिशन. एंड ऑल्सो माइक्रोन्यूट्रिएंट्स, माइक्रोन्यूट्रिएंट्स, ये सब टॉपिक्स है. ये बैलेंस कैसे करना चाहिए हमें, बैलेंसिंग द फूड ग्रुप्स, दिस ऑल्सो इज लर्न्ड इन मॉडर्न न्यूट्रिशन. It involves appropriate consumption of calories depending to the body needs. So that is mainly calculated. That is calorie consumption के बारे में हम ज्यादा ध्यान देते हैं मॉडर्न न्यूट्रिशन में. So understanding different perspectives according to modern and Ayurvedic nutrition. Let us see, there are many different interesting topics here. So Ayurveda के दृष्टिकोण से balanced meal क्या है, आइए हम देखते हैं. Understanding of a balanced meal. So balanced meal, समतोलन आहार क्या है आयुर्वेद की दृष्टि से. In Ayurveda, the concept of 6 days inspired the well-balanced meal. 6 days has role and an action. Please ये नोट कर लीजिए, 6 days को हम षड रसा बोलते हैं. 6 is षड, rasa means taste. So Ayurvedic concept of 6 days या षड रसास. So हमारा ये दृष्टिकोण बहुत डिफरेंट है मॉडर्न न्यूट्रिशन से. मॉडर्न में तो माइक्रोन्यूट्रिएंट्स ऐसे जनरलाइज्ड डिवीजन करते हुए मैक्रोन्यूट्रिएंट्स में कार्बोहाइड्रेट्स, प्रोटीन्स, विटामिन्स, फैट्स, फाइबर, फ्लूइड कंटेंट, एंड देन माइक्रोन्यूट्रिएंट्स में विटामिन्स, मिनरल्स, ये सब बोलते हैं, राइट. ऐसे ही आयुर्वेद में हम बैलेंस्ड मील कहते हैं अगर हमारा आहार षड रसोपेत होते हैं. So that means when our food is composed of all these 6 states, that way of balancing a meal is taught in Ayurveda. So which are the 6 states? When I ask you, what would you say? देखिए, please note कीजिए, we will be repeating this again and again, don't worry. ये षड रस के बारे में एक क्लास है, that will be probably on 8th or 9th day. We will be again talking about षड्रसा. षड्रसास क्या है, all these. So पहले जान लीजिए कि sweet, sour, salty, pungent, bitter, astringent. So these are the 6 tastes. Don't worry, this will come again. Okay. Sanskrit में इसे हम madhur ras, that is sweet. Amla means sour. Salty is lavana. Katu means spicy, hot and spicy, and tikta means bitter. Kashairas means astringent. ये सब बोलते हैं, right? केवल ये षड्रस के बारे में it is not only the balancement of this meals, it is also like we also think about a person's prakriti. prakriti का मतलब है Ayurvedic body composition, and then season. कौन सा ऋतु चल रहा है और सीजन के अनुसार हमें क्या क्या लेना चाहिए, क्या क्या नहीं लेना चाहिए, ऑल दीज आर ऑल्सो लर्न। एज, एक व्यक्ति कौन से अवस्था में है, वेदर ही इज इन चाइल्डहुड या बाल्यावस्था, मध्यमावस्था और वृद्धावस्था, दैट इज ओल्ड एज, कौन से अवस्था में है ये व्यक्ति, ये सब कुछ को ध्यान में रखते हुए हम मील प्लान बनाते हैं, राइट। देन मॉडर्न पर्सपेक्टिव, there is no particular agreement between the experts on recommended daily ratios of essential nutrients. 3 decades ago, fat to bad tha. Fat was considered as bad. If you remember, when we were all very young, or when we were very small, that time they used to say, don't eat lot of ghee, don't eat lot of oil, isn't it? But nowadays, not fats, ये तो carbs बहुत बुरा है. That is what modern nutrition thinks now. So in fact, RDA, that is recommended daily allowance. Please listen to the class carefully and note down the difficult terminologies. RDA का मतलब है, again I'm repeating, recommended daily allowance. Then RDA are also not made according to the individual needs. So that is what is the perspective of modern understanding of nutrients in food. So आयुर्वेद के दृष्टिकोण से आयुर्वेद says that one food which is, एक व्यक्ति के लिए जो अमृत समान है वो दूसरे व्यक्ति के लिए विष समान भी हो सकता है, right? So it is a type of food, one which acts as nectar, like for nectar for one person and poison for other person. I wouldn't say nectar and poison, I would just say which has very good health benefits on one person, तो दूसरे व्यक्ति में वो बुरा इफेक्ट्स भी दिखा सकता है. फॉर एग्जाम्पल, मैं बीइंग ए साउथ इंडियन, सो आई एम अकस्टम्ड टू दिस कोकोनट ऑयल. अगर मैं आपके घर आती हूँ तो इफ आई एम फोर्स्ड टू हैव सरसों का तेल से बना हुआ सम फूड, सो इट मे और मे नॉट सूट मी, आई मे शो सम साइड इफेक्ट्स. और व्हेन यू पीपल कम टू माय हाउस एंड इफ आई प्रिपेयर सम typical South Indian dish, you may not like, or it may have some bad effects on your body, or it depends, isn't it? So it depends on a person's acceptability, age, then season, or anything. Okay, the place where they live. So all these things matter, right? So it also depends basically on a person's digestive ability, जिसे हम बोलते हैं अग्नि. Digestive fire is Agni. The main focus of Ayurveda is not on amount of vitamins and minerals in our food. Rather, it focuses on Agni or digestive fire. देखिए, हम इतना सारा विटामिन का टैबलेट्स खा के, प्रोटीन के लिए कुछ पाउडर्स लेके, we do so many things to have a nutritious food. अगर हमारा digestive ability ही अच्छा नहीं है, it is like putting everything into the waste dustbin, isn't it? So it is like how much ever we go on teaching a student who is not interested, so he does not receive. अगर receptor है तो ही receive होगा ना, कोई भी. For example, it can be knowledge or it can be food or anything. Receptors हो तो receive होगा, receptors ही नहीं है तो no, it is not received. Similarly, अगर हमारा अग्नि बहुत अच्छा है तो हम रिसीव कर सकते हैं कुछ न्यूट्रिएंट्स को, मिनरल्स को, whatever. अगर हमारा डाइजेस्टिव एबिलिटी ही कम है तो हाउ मच एवर न्यूट्रिशियस फूड यू फीड, दैट इज लाइक पुटिंग एवरीथिंग इनटू द डस्टबिन, राइट? सो just try to understand Ayurveda stresses more on Agni. Please note down the term Agni. Okay, then modern perspective. Depending upon the vitamins and minerals in the food, modern nutrition divides food into good or bad. Highly nutritious food is considered as good, and not so nutritious food, food which is lacking in nutrition is called as bad. Next, understanding effect of food on mind. Oh, sorry, I think I missed something. No. Yeah, understanding effect of food on mind and emotion. So हमारे मन के ऊपर, हमारे emotions, feelings के ऊपर food का influence क्या है? Let us just see Ayurvedic perspective. Ayurveda believes food is broken down into sattva, raja and tamas. Please note down these three very important terminologies, sattva, raja and tamas. ये तीन हमारे मन का कुछ गुण है, characters और क्वालिटीज ऑफ हमारा मन, दैट इज माइंड. हमारे मन का कुछ एंटिटीज या क्वालिटीज है ये. Either it helps to create clear perception. अगर कुछ we see, you might have heard in Bhagavad Gita that आहार को हम सात्विक, राजसिक या तामसिक ऐसे डिवाइड कर सकते हैं, राइट. सत्व प्रधान, सत्ववान, सत्व गुण वाले आहार द्रव्य तो हमारे मन में क्लैरिटी देता है और हमारे मूड को स्टेबलाइज कर देता है. लेकिन जिस आहार में रजोगुण ज्यादा है, ऐसा आहार हमारे अंदर वो एग्रेसिवनेस डेवलप कर सकता है या फिर एम्बिशियस बना सकता है हमें. देन तामसिक टाइप ऑफ फूड will make us depressed or will help in reducing or will reduce the sharpness of the mind. So Ayurveda accepts that food has an influence on the mind and emotion. Lekin modern, let us see, modern nutrition has recently started the in-depth research on food psychology, connection of processed food and depression and brain disorders. So probably we can consider in certain aspects modern nutrition is still a small baby which is developing. Definitely one or the other day modern nutrition will come to a conclusion that आहार भी हमारे मन के ऊपर कुछ influence करता है, right? So that is the comparison. Next is understanding food combinations. इस topic के बारे में ज्यादा ध्यान दीजिए. You will have to study, read, reread, revise everything. There is a table in the next slide. You have to go through in detail. These are very important for answering MCQs also, right? And note down all your doubts in a sheet of paper. Don't type today in the form of messages, right? 4th day, 5th day, हम discuss करते हैं, right? Ayurvedic perspective regarding food combinations. Ayurveda believes that we should avoid combining hard digest food together. By doing this, we can support optimal digestion and elimination. See, देखिए आयुर्वेद में एक कॉन्सेप्ट है विरुद्ध आहार और बहुत गुरु गुण वाले आहार. दैट इज जो आहार पचने में ज्यादा टाइम लगता है. It takes a lot of time in digesting. Such type of food is said to be guru. Okay, so जो आहार बहुत जल्दी से डाइजेस्ट हो जाता है and which is light for digestion, ऐसे type of आहार को हम लघु बोलते हैं. So Ayurveda has these concepts, and also there is one concept as viruddha ahar, that is incompatible food combination. We will talk about it. Then modern perspective. There is no such concept in modern nutrition. Biochemical approach does not consider poor food combinations or various digestive powers of an individual. देखिए, this wrong food combinations according to Ayurveda are milk with fruits. No, never combine milk and fruits. The concept of milkshake itself is wrong. You may ask me why. I will tell you. Please wait for some time. Grains with fruits is also not a good combination. Beans with eggs, milk, fish, fruits, yogurt and meat is not a good combination. Fats and proteins which are mismatched because they have different digestive juices. Nightshades, that is nightshades का मतलब है कुछ बैंगन की जाति का कुछ vegetables like potato, tomato, बैंगन etc. ये सब vegetables को fruits के साथ मत combine करना है. According to Ayurveda, by avoiding some combinations, we can avoid fermentation and indigestion. आप पूछ सकते हो कि we are having milkshake from so many years, from childhood, कोई भी problem नहीं हुआ है. You might be asking me, but knowingly or unknowingly, we have all done the same mistake. अगर हम एक दिन realize करते हैं कि ये combination अच्छा नहीं है, we will definitely stop. You can have milk as it is, enjoy milk alone, and fruits separately, but never combine milk with fruits. Though it may be tasty, ये तो हमारे शरीर में कुछ unwanted biochemical changes को उत्पत्ति कर देता है कि that becomes the reason for many diseases. We'll tell you what all shortly. Then, understanding factors influencing the dietary needs. Ayurvedic perspective and modern perspective. According to Ayurveda, various factors play a role such as type of dosha, कौन सा क्लाइमेट है, क्या एज है, एक्टिविटी लेवल कितना है, करेंटली क्या क्या इम्बैलेंसेस है. ऑल दीज आर टू बी कंसिडर्ड. लेकिन मॉडर्न पर्सपेक्टिव से मॉडर्न अप्रोच टेक्स अ जनरलाइज्ड अप्रोच एंड हैज क्रिएटेड standard recommendation for every individual. Yes, देखिए, this is a very important chart. All of you leisurely should go through this chart. You will have, I mean, all of you might have already got this PPT, isn't it? Or else you can take a screenshot also. So I will just run through the slide and talk about Viruddhahar once again in the coming next week. ओके, सो देखिए, बीन्स को कभी भी मिल्क के साथ, मीट, योगर्ट, एग्स, फिश, चीज, फ्रूट्स के साथ कंबाइन मत कीजिए. लेकिन बीन्स के लिए सपोर्टिव कॉम्बिनेशन है सीड्स, बीन, ग्रेन्स, वेजिटेबल्स एंड अदर नट्स. देन बटर एंड घी. सो बटर और घी को कभी भी आप, I mean, you can definitely combine ghee with many products, लेकिन butter does not combine with all other foods as universally as ghee. See, butter is good with probably roti or kuch types of curries or only with chapatis or something like that, isn't it? Butter does not go well with anything and everything like dosas and all. लेकिन इडलीज के साथ या फिर कुछ और टाइप ऑफ फूड के साथ बटर उतना अच्छा नहीं लगता है, राइट? ओके, देन लेकिन बटर और घी को आप ग्रेन्स, वेजिटेबल्स, बीन्स, नट्स, सीड्स, मीट, फिश, एग्स, कुक्ड फ्रूट के साथ कंबाइन कर सकते हो. चीज को कभी भी हॉट ड्रिंक्स के साथ कंबाइन मत कीजिए. एग्स, फ्रूट, बीन्स, मिल्क, योगर्ट के साथ कंबाइन मत कीजिए. लेकिन ग्रेन्स एंड वेजिटेबल्स के साथ कंबाइन कर सकते हो. दिस इज वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट. दूध, दैट इज मिल्क, एनी अदर फूड के साथ कंबाइन मत कीजिए. इफ एट ऑल यू आर डूइंग दिस, प्लीज स्टॉप इट. स्पेशली बनानास के साथ, एग्स, चेरीज, मीट, मेलन, सॉल्ट फ्रूट्स, ईस्टेड ब्रेड्स, योगर्ट, फिश, किचारी, स्टार्चेस के साथ कभी भी कंबाइन मत कीजिए. देखिए, मिल्क इज बेस्ट एंजॉयड अलोन. एक्सेप्शंस आर राइस पुडिंग. खीर के, I mean, खीर बनाने में मिल्क यूज कर सकते हो. See, all the traditional age-old Indian food items are actually having a very scientific combination. But recently, what all we have done? We want smoothies, so many milkshakes and all these are recent things, isn't it? Those are not so good. Though they may be tasty for our tongue, वो शरीर के लिए अच्छा नहीं है, हेल्थ के लिए, राइट? देखिए, ये खीर एंड ऑल these are age old recipes, so that is okay, right? Dates और almonds, ड्राई फ्रूट्स के साथ कंबाइन कर सकते हो, लेकिन फ्रेश फ्रूट्स के साथ कंबाइन मत कीजिए. एग्स को मिल्क, चीज, योगर्ट, फ्रूट के साथ कंबाइन मत कीजिए. लेकिन ग्रेन्स, नॉन स्टार्ची वेजिटेबल्स के साथ कंबाइन कर सकते हो. फ्रूट्स, say any other food aside from other fruit, exceptions dates with milk, some cooked combinations. Okay, fruits ko do not combine with any other food. Enjoy fruits also alone. Other fruits with similar qualities, that is citrus fruits ko together le sakte ho, lekin never have carrots with oranges. I mean, not carrots, I can say melons with oranges, like that. Do not combine different groups of fruits together. If you are having melons, you can have muskmelon, watermelon together, but not melons and citrus fruits. Oranges को sweet lemon के साथ combine कर सकते हो, लेकिन oranges को melons के साथ, papaya के साथ combine मत कीजिए. Okay, citrus together, apples with pears and berries, all these. Okay, lemons को cucumber के साथ combine मत कीजिए. रायता में lemons avoid कीजिए. Cucumbers, tomatoes, milk, yogurt, lime can be substituted for use with cucumbers and tomatoes. अगर lemon नहीं यूज कर रहे हो तो ही आप ये cucumbers या tomatoes को यूज कर सकते हो. लेकिन lemon के लिए बहुत supportive combination है with other foods like rice or chapati, curries, if used in small amount as garnish or flavoring. Melons ko do not combine melons with anything, especially dairy food, fried food, grains, starches, eggs ke saath. More than most fruit, melons should be eaten alone or not at all. Do not have melons, that's okay, but do not combine with other things. Melons, other melons के साथ यूज कर सकते हो, but it's better to have each type of melon on its own. Then grains को fruits के साथ combine मत कीजिए, लेकिन grains can be combined with beans, other grains, cheese, eggs, meat, so all these. Vegetables को fruits के साथ combine मत कीजिए, vegetables को milk के साथ भी combine मत कीजिए, vegetables को grains and other vegetables, yogurt, meals, fish, जिसके साथ combine कर सकते हो. What is nightshade? Nightshade का मतलब है बैंगन की जाति का कुछ आहार द्रव्य, that is vegetables like capsicum, tomatoes, potatoes, brinjals, then chilies. ये सब कुछ Solanaceae family का members हैं. So never combine these with fruits, cucumber, milk, cheese, yogurt and all. And then लेकिन nightshades को seeds के साथ other vegetables, grains, beans, meat, fish, nuts के साथ combine कर सकते हो. Understanding the concept of energy, Ayurvedic perspective. Ayurveda relies on prana. So prana shakti means it is the life force present in the food. Prana is a life energy that comes from fresh, local and seasonal food, and food which are pre-packed or frozen are considered void of prana in Ayurveda. So इसलिए frozen food कभी भी मत खाइए, okay? Like for example, you bring some frozen potatoes, keep it in the freezer and use it after some time. No, never do this, because that is not good for health. Modern perspective, modern nutrition relies on calories and it also depends on packaged foods, low calorie bars, snacks, frozen meals for nutrients and energy. Principles of Ayurvedic nutrition. Dekhiye, Shadrasas, that is the 6 tastes. Madhura, Amla, Lavana. Look at the picture here. Red, Madhura. Green, Amla. Then Lavana, Kattu, Tikta, Kashaya. Madhura means sweet. Amla means sour. Lavana means salty. Kattu means pungent. Tikta means bitter. And Kashaya means astringent. So intake of all the 6 tastes at each meal is beneficial. Only then the food becomes balanced. Begin your meal with sweet tasting foods like sweet fruit. Finish with pungent food like onion, pepper, astringent like green apples. Or best thing that you can do is finish your meal with buttermilk always. Okay. Then eat mindfully with concentration, avoid distractions. So खाने के समय लोगों के साथ बात करना, हंसना. No, please don't do all these. Especially stay away from gadgets. खाने के समय में, please concentrate on your food. Eat slowly to savor the taste of food, but not too slowly also, because you will forget what you are eating, what you have eaten and all these, isn't it? Eat only when your previous meal is digested. This is very important. There is no concept in Ayurveda like every 2 hours or every 1 hour you have to eat. So that is a very wrong practice that is being promoted nowadays. Have proper 3 meals और 2 meals के बीच में कुछ raw या फिर कुछ ड्राई फ्रूट्स या फिर कुछ फ्रूट्स खाना अच्छा है. लेकिन 1 hour once or 2 hours once continuously going on eating is not at all good. Okay, right. Principles of modern nutrition. Choose variety of food and grains as the largest portion of each meal. Eat lots of fruits and vegetables. Eat moderate amount of meat, fish and egg. Reduce intake of food with high fat or oil. Drink adequate amount of fluid every day. Have regular meal at regular time. Yes, all these can be adopted, isn't it? See, there is nothing like modern nutrition is very good or Ayurvedic nutrition is very good. So what we have to do, we should be like swan. All of you know what is swan. Hamsa. Hamsa Kshira Nyaya. There is something called as Hamsa Kshira Nyaya. So anything from anywhere, koi bhi acha hai, accept that, right? That is very important. जो भी बुरा है, just leave it. Okay. So let us be the best. Let us all be hamsas by accepting good from everywhere. That is what Gita says. Let noble thoughts come to us from every side, isn't it? So every science has very good concepts. Let us try to adopt those for staying healthy, right? So this finishes part A of the class. We are moving on to the part B. So hope there is no difficulty in understanding, right? Let me just wait for some of your responses. Yes, please let me know through messages if the things are easy to understand or not. 1 minute, we'll have a break for messaging. Is it easy? Okay, Dr. Ankita says easy. Mansi says interesting. Shailendra sir says nice session. Vinita says really good. Jaya says easy. Preeti says easy and interesting. Okay. Yes, I'm very happy that many of you are interested. Sneha says some words are new. Anarul says easy but slow. Okay, okay. Give some examples. Yes, yes, Sonal, don't worry. I will be telling you. I'll be giving you many examples. Astringent के लिए बहुत अच्छा सा example है सुपारी, अरेकनट. Okay. पान के साथ खाते हो ना, that is arecanut. So astringent is arecanut, or pungent is all the spices, the spicy things, right? Okay, yes, nice. Happy to see most of you are saying it is easy to understand. Okay, Santosh says easy to understand but little confusing between ha. That happens initially, Santosh ji. Yes, yes. Ambika says it's all new for me. Yes, many of you are giving good responses. Thank you so much for your encouraging words. Right. Okay, okay. We'll just move on to the next part. Right. So this part is basically purely Ayurvedic. I will try to make you understand. I'll try my level best. Okay. But don't worry. The same thing is again repeated on 9th day of your course. That is next week, May Thursday ka class. So that is dedicated for this part. Once again, we will discuss the second part. Right? Yes, I understand that many of you feel it is a new subject. Yes, of course it is. Like it, don't worry. We will continue. All of you have that open-mindedness. Put your full, give full attention, concentration. Definitely, you will understand. Right? Yes. Part B of the class. This consists of only one topic of Ayurveda today. Okay. So I will not read all the slides completely. I will give you some gross introduction and later on we'll go through. Okay. So Asht Ahar Vidhi Vishesh Ayatan. Asht ka matlab hai 8. Ahar means food. Vidhi means procedure or method. Vishesh means special. Ayatan means dimension. So, Ashta Ahar Vidhi Vishesh Ayatan means 8 rules of eating. These are special rules. We are taking you to a different dimension about which you wouldn't have thought at all till now, isn't it? See, you might be wondering, what is this? So many simple things they are including. This is not so difficult, but hum to iske bare mein we would have never thought. Okay? Yes. Let us start with the first one. Number one is Prakriti. So Prakriti, in general, Prakriti का मतलब है nature, निसर्ग या फिर क्या 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 बोलते हैं, मदर नेचर, सो मेनी थिंग्स. लेकिन यहाँ का प्रकृति, दिस प्रकृति इज अ बिट डिफरेंट. आई विल टेल यू व्हाट इट इज. सेकंड इज करंट. करंट का मतलब है प्रोसेसिंग, मींस स्पेशल टेक्निक्स, cooking methods, all these come under current. We'll explain in detail. Third is samyog. Samyog का मतलब है combinations. So there are certain combinations which are very good. We have to adopt. और कुछ combinations ऐसा है जो कभी भी नहीं लेना चाहिए हमें, like विरुद्धाहार concept and all. So that is third. Fourth is राशि. राशि का मतलब है quantity. हमें कितना खाना है, कौन सा द्रव्य कितने प्रमाण में खाना है. So considering our agni, all these that comes under rashi. And desha ka matlab hai the place where we are living, not only the country, it is the region where we are living, jahan par hum rehte hain, it is that geographic region. इसके बारे में हम बात करेंगे. काल का मतलब है time. Kala namak Bhagavan, all of you know that, isn't it? Kala himself is Bhagavan, is God. Kala takes care of so many things. Kala has abilities to do good or do bad. So all these. Lekin is Kal is divided into two parts. Let me talk about that in detail. Or seventh one hai Upayoga Samstha, which tells us about certain rules that we have to follow while eating. Upayogtra ka matlab hai hum. So we are the eaters, isn't it? So it all refers to us, how we have to eat, what we have to eat, what all we have to practice. So all these. So these are the 8 important rules that we need to follow while having food. Okay, we need to give consideration. ये अष्ट आहार विधि विशेष आयतन है। और इसके बाद देखेंगे माइंड, व्हाट टाइप ऑफ रोल माइंड प्लेस, ओके, इन food, or how food influences the mind and all these. And finally it is vishamashan, that is irregular diet. So let me start with the ashta ahar vidhi vishesh ayatan. So let me explain about each, right? So prakriti, nature of food is prakriti. So ye sirf nature, the hills, rocks, valleys, rivers, not that. Prakriti is the swabhav. Swabhav of what? Swabhav of whom? Swabhav of me, swabhav of food, isn't it? Swabhav of you and swabhav of food. So आपका प्रकृति क्या है और आपके लिए कौन सा स्वभाव का फूड अच्छा होता है? So this is prakriti. Nature of food. Prakriti means natural quality which is inborn, isn't it? You all agree with me, right? So prakriti, so हम बोल सकते हैं ये तो मृदु स्वभाव का प्रकृति वाले व्यक्ति है, ये तो बहुत कठिन स्वभाव का प्रकृति वाले व्यक्ति है, like that, isn't it? Like that, आहार द्रव्य का भी कुछ प्रकृति होता है, right? Here prakriti denotes the natural quality of food and medicines, like whether it is heavy for digestion or light for digestion. Heavy for digestion का मतलब है कुछ substances बहुत देर लगते हैं पचने में, so that is heavy food. Light food का मतलब है which digests very easily and fast, which does not take a lot of time, right? So देखिए, माश का मतलब है black gram या उड़द दाल. Urad dal is heavy in nature. It is heavy to digest. Therefore, urad dal is heavy to digest. Similarly, moong dal, green gram, is light or it is laghu, light for digestion. It is easy to digest and gets digested very fast. So, swabhav या फिर prakriti of urad dal is guru. Prakriti of moong dal is laghu. Remember this. Knowing the nature of food or medicine is very important, क्योंकि इससे हम choose कर सकते हैं foods, because we have to assess our agni. देखिए, knowing the nature of food or medicine will help in choosing the foods according to our digestion capacity, and also to eat the foods which are easily digestible and hence conducive to health, right? So this also depends on one's constitution. अगर आपका अग्नि या डाइजेस्टिव एबिलिटी बहुत अच्छा है, यू कैन हैव गुरु फूड एंड लघु फूड बोथ, क्योंकि आपका डाइजेस्टिव पावर या फिर अग्नि बहुत अच्छा है, इट कैन इजीली डाइजेस्ट इवन द हेवीली डाइजेस्टिंग फूड आल्सो. यू कैन आल्सो हैव लाइट फूड आल्सो, राइट? अगर आपका डाइजेशन अच्छा नहीं है, इफ योर डाइजेशन इज पुअर, गुरु आहार में कॉज डिफिकल्टी इन डाइजेशन. मुझे अग्नि ही नहीं है और मैं इतना वड़ा या फिर इतना डोसा खाने बैठी हूँ, तो it will not digest properly inside my body, isn't it? Your digestion is poor, guru ahar may cause difficulty in digestion and cause many disorders pertaining to errors of digestion and metabolism like indigestion. So this is about prakriti. Karan का मतलब है processing. I hope prakriti is clear, right? So जिन लोगों का अग्नि बहुत अच्छा है, they can have light food as well as heavy food. लेकिन जिन लोगों का प्रकृति अग्नि थोड़ा कम है, it's better if they have light food only. Okay, agni and heaviness or lightness, we need to decide which is good for whom. Second is karan. Karan का मतलब है संस्कार. संस्कार या फिर processing, special techniques, कुकिंग मेथड्स. सो ऑल दीज, सो आप सबको मालूम है राइस पैडी है, इससे हम राइस बनाना है, तो क्या क्या करते हैं हम? यू वॉश इट, यू ऐड सम वाटर टू इट, देन गिव सम हीट टू इट, कंटिन्यूअस हीट, यू हैव टू गो ऑन स्टिरिंग. दिस इज वन मेथड कैसे हम राइस को पकाते हैं, राइट? लेकिन there is another method for preparing chapatis. Though rice is a cereal, गेहूं is also a cereal, wheat is also a cereal. So गेहूं को हम क्या क्या करते हैं? गेहूं का पाउडर बनाते हैं, that is आटा. इसके साथ थोड़ा सा नमक, थोड़ा सा शुगर और पानी थोड़ा सा ऑयल या घी डाल के हम मिक्स करते हैं नाइसली. सो देन you knead it. Then when that atta dough is ready, you make small balls and go on pressing it with a roller and a pin, right? So this is special technique of cooking gehu. So jowar, bajra, there are special techniques for every single dhanya, that is cereal. और करीज कैसे बनाते हैं? कुछ करीज को हम डिफरेंट मेथड से बनाते हैं, राइट? पकाते हैं. सो करण का मतलब है प्रोसेसिंग. सो क्लीन करना, वॉश करना या फिर चर्न करना. सो इडली या डोसा बनाने के लिए हमें चर्निंग एंड मिक्सिंग, ऑल दीज आर वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट. सो एंड फर्मेंटेशन के लिए कुछ देर तक एक जगह में रखते हैं, कुछ स्पेसिफिक टेम्परेचर में. All these are different processings, different samskars. So one raw substance to become a recipe has to undergo this process. और इसे हम बोलते हैं करण या फिर संस्कार. इससे एक आहार द्रव्य का कुछ गुण या स्वभाव बदल सकता है, राइट? फॉर एग्जाम्पल, गेहूं से अगर हम चपातीस बनाते हैं, दैट इज लाइट. गेहूं से अगर हम पूरीस बनाते हैं, so that is heavy for digestion. देखिए, सेम सब्सटेंस डिफरेंट मेथड ऑफ प्रिपरेशंस में हम ये इसके गुण को बदल सकते हैं, राइट? लेट अस सी व्हाट द स्लाइड सेज. करण या प्रोसेसिंग इज मेकिंग और रिफाइनमेंट ऑफ द्रव्य. द्रव्य का मतलब है सब्सटेंस. और संस्कार, संस्कार इज द प्रोसीजर that are added to the properties of those substances. These properties are imparted by contact with water, contact with fire, by cleansing, churning, keeping it at a place for some time, infusing, steeping, all these. There are also medium by used for storage or processing. अगर कॉपर वेसल में हम पानी को कुछ देर तक रख के पीते हैं, that has special benefits. अर्दन पॉट में, that is मटकास में अगर हम पानी को ज्यादा देर तक स्टोर करके पीते हैं, that is very cooling. And curd, actually, which is heavy for digestion and which causes lot of mucus and phlegm. अगर यही कर्ड को हम चर्न करके फैटी सब्सटेंस को रिमूव करके बटर मिल्क बनाते हैं, तो that is not as bad as curd. In another example, when we make chapatis from wheat and apply some ghee over it, it becomes light in nature, whereas if we make parathas from the same or puri, it becomes guru in nature. So this means that there is some specific samskar जिससे विष भी अमृत समान का बन सकता है और अमृत समान का द्रव्य भी विष समान हो सकता है. So even visha can be consumed after proper samskar, that is gunantaradan. See, most of the medicines are visha only, isn't it? लेकिन ठीक तरह से अगर हम प्रोसेस करके लेते हैं तो it becomes nectar. It becomes cure for many diseases. So pure visha is fatal. Vishas and upavishas can be used in medicinal preparations as well, लेकिन हमें थोड़ा सा प्रोसेसिंग के बारे में नॉलेज रखना बहुत जरूरी है, right? So this is about karan. Next is samyog. Samyog का मतलब है combination. So there are कुछ combinations which are really very good and कुछ combinations अच्छा नहीं है. Like for example, jackfruit को अगर हम शहद के साथ खाते हैं तो it is very good. और पाइनएप्पल जूस को थोड़ा सा नमक के साथ या फिर पेपर पाउडर के साथ पीते हैं तो हमें उतना बाधन नहीं होगा. ये थ्रोट का पेन या फिर स्नीजिंग ये सब नहीं होगा. ऑरेंज जूस भी. और then if you're having mangoes mixed with some honey or some sugar or jaggery, it is actually very tasty and does not cause much of problem, isn't it? Vegetables को हम cook करके पका के खाते हैं तो कोई problem नहीं. It's like that. And also there are some techniques, some samyogas which are really very helpful, isn't it? So combination is aggregation or combination of two or more dravyas. This exhibits peculiarity that are not seen in case of individual substances, such as combination of honey and ghee, and that of honey, fish, milk. Milk and fish are good for health, but if taken separately, अगर हम milk and fish को combine करते हैं तो that combination is viruddhahar. When viruddhahar is consumed, it causes many problems. ओके, ये प्रॉब्लम्स के बारे में हम बाद में बात करेंगे। देन राशि, आपको कुछ डाउट होगा, मुझे कितना खाना है, कौन से प्रमाण में क्या क्या खाना है, राइट? सो देयर आर टू थिंग्स हियर। राशि में सर्वग्रह और परिग्रह। Just think, you are going to a reception, okay? So there are 50 to 60 varieties of food over there. So आपका मन करता है सब कुछ खाना है मुझे, लेकिन we have to think little quantity of each will satisfy our tongue, isn't it? So हर type of food item को थोड़ी थोड़ी प्रमाण में अगर हम खाते हैं तो it becomes, I mean, it is good. And think of the next day, you are preparing dinner at home. एक या दो या मैक्सिमम 3 टाइप्स का आहार आइटम हम बनाते हैं, राइट? लाइक पुलाव, पराठा एंड some curd. Okay, so these are the only 3 things. So हम क्या करते हैं, हमारा तो कैपेसिटी सेम है, लेकिन क्वांटिटी ऑफ फूड would be different. So first day we had little quantity of many items, लेकिन second day much quantity of 2 or 3 varieties, isn't it? So similarly राशि is quantity of food, और इसमें 2 types है, सर्वग्रह and parigraha, account of a whole amount or unit, or account of part of a substance. Okay, then which ascertain the effect of any food article taken in proper or improper quantity. If your amount than required is consumed, it will not fulfill the body needs. If consumed in excess, it can cause body disorders. Because आहार का ये क्वांटिटी बहुत इंपॉर्टेंट है. अकॉर्डिंग टू अग्नि ओनली वी हैव टू कंज्यूम, क्योंकि एक सेइंग है आयुर्वेद में, रोगाः सर्वेपि मंद्योच अग्नि, which means that many diseases are related to मंदाग्नि. अगर हमारा digestive ability बहुत कम है तो it leads to many digestive disorders like hemorrhoids, diarrhea, IBS and all these. So to prevent these diseases we should have food in proper quantity. नेक्स्ट इज देशा. देश का मतलब है जिस प्रदेश में हम जी रहे हैं. इट इज अ जियोग्राफिक रीजन रिलेटिंग द that substances are local or endemic and thus are suitable. There are basically 3 types of desha. एक है dry arid zone, इसे हम जंगल देश बोलते हैं. दूसरा है आनुप, जहां पर बहुत सारे पेड़ पौधे, all these many flora fauna, these are present, many plants, trees are there. And तीसरा है साधारण, that is moderate. Just try to analyze what is the type of land that you are living in. So every specific desha has specific environment. Food. The people who live in the particular region become accustomed to that particular food, that region, and hence they are not vulnerable to the diseases of that particular area, right? So today's class I will be extending for 5 to 8 minutes extra. Okay, generally we don't do this apart from the first 3 days. Okay, so every day from next week the class will end sharp at 6. लेकिन फर्स्ट वीक में especially 3 days में 5 या 8 minutes को हम extend कर सकते हैं, थोड़ा सा stretch. Okay, then 6th point is kala. Kala नामक भगवान. We all know that kala is time. It can be taken to be 2 types. One is ever moving time as in seasons, और दूसरा है duration from standpoint of a condition. Example, a condition that does not get treated within a specific duration becomes incurable. So there are 2 types of kala. One is nityaga and avastika. So nityaga का मतलब है the seasons and avastika का मतलब है the childhood, middle age and adulthood, right? Childhood में आप सबको you might have what observed, छोटे बच्चों में कफा टाइप ऑफ प्रॉब्लम्स आर मोर. दे आर मोर प्रोन फॉर रेस्पिरेटरी प्रॉब्लम्स. अग्निमांद्य, दैट इज दे डोंट हैव गुड हंगर. युवावस्था में, दैट इज मध्यम अवस्था में अग्नि बहुत अच्छा रहता है, बट वी ऑल सफर फ्रॉम पित्ता रिलेटेड प्रॉब्लम्स. ओल्ड एज में वी ऑल सफर फ्रॉम पेन्स. old age में we all suffer from pains and such other problems, right? So we need to understand that कौन से अवस्था में कौन सा दोष हमारे शरीर में ज्यादा है, ये कंसिडर करते हुए हमें आहार लेना चाहिए. क्या होता है अगर बाल्यावस्था में, दैट इज चाइल्डहुड में, अगर हम अपने बच्चों को बहुत ज्यादा आइसक्रीम, स्वीट्स, ए व्हाट इज दिस, हु इज डूइंग ऑल दिस? ओके, प्लीज डोंट राइट एनीथिंग ऑन द स्लाइड. ओके, सो छोटे बच्चों में कफ का दोष, कफ प्रॉब्लम ज्यादा रहता है, इसलिए अगर हम केक्स, स्वीट्स एंड ऐसे डेयरी प्रोडक्ट्स एंड ये सब कुछ ज्यादा देते हैं तो कफ का प्रॉब्लम बढ़ जाता है. युवावस्था, दैट इज मध्यमावस्था में, ये पित्त दोष, दैट इज शरीर में ये अग्नि तत्व बहुत ज्यादा रहता है. ऐसे कंडीशंस में अगर हम बहुत ज्यादा हॉट एंड स्पाइसी सब्सटेंसेस को खाते हैं तो इट deteriorates the health. और old age में already pains, weakness and degenerative type is more. अगर old age में अगर हम under nutritious food या फिर वायु दोष को ज्यादा बढ़ाने वाले जैसे फूड को कंज्यूम करते हैं तो problems of वायु become more. So we will talk more about all these in further days. और ऐसे ही different seasons में अगर हम क्या है ये समर सीजन में और वी विल स्टार्ट विद विंटर. विंटर सीजन में हमारे वातावरण में कोल्डनेस ज्यादा रहने की वजह से शरीर के अंदर वो उष्णांश, उष्णता बहुत बढ़ जाता है, इसलिए अग्नि भी बहुत ज्यादा रहता है. सो वी फील मोर हंग्री ड्यूरिंग दिस विंटर सीजन, isn't it? All of you might have observed, you feel too much hungry. लेकिन अगर ये ऐसे हंगर जैसे कंडीशन में अगर हम अच्छी तरह से खाना नहीं खाते हैं तो what happens? We land up with weakness. And imagine in summer season there is lot of loss of water. और ऐसे कंडीशंस में अगर हम आवश्यकता के अनुसार पानी नहीं पीते हैं, that is also a problem, isn't it? So the same, Agni becomes powerful. So you can read the slides. The same thing is explained in the slide. So इसलिए हमें ऋतु अनुसार आहार का चूज ठीक तरह से करना चाहिए. देन उपयोग संस्था का मतलब है कुछ रूल्स ऑफ डाइटिंग. देयर आर मेनी रूल्स व्हिच वी विल बी स्टडीइंग ऑन द 9th डे. उपयोग संस्था लाइक हमेशा फ्रेश फूड ही खाना चाहिए, हमेशा स्निग्ध आहार लेना चाहिए, तन लगा के, मन लगा के, एकांत में खाना चाहिए हमें. So there are many things. Do not laugh, do not talk while having food. So all these, not too fast, not too slow. So all these are very important. Then उपयोक्ता का मतलब है हम लोग. So it is one who consumes the food. On him depends the ओकसात्म्यता. See, I am introducing one term to you. इसका नाम है ओकसात्म्यता. इसका मतलब you are not habituated to that person, not habituated to specific food item, लेकिन आपको forcefully या without any choice you are getting used to it. That is called as okasatmyata. So it depends on, one should think of one's own constitution and eat accordingly. Basically this denotes who eats who. Okasatmyata directs towards eating habits of a person which are developed according to one's likes and dislikes, constant consumption of any food item, etc. By following all these, Ashtavidha Ahar Vidhi Visheshayatan, one can enjoy health out of eating food. If not properly consumed, food can cause unhealth, okay, or disease, no health or diseased condition. So we'll tell you more about what is health and all tomorrow. Okay. Yes. Let us move on to the next part. One should take food consisting of the items that are non-antagonistic in nature, like viruddhahar kabhi bhi nahi khana chahiye. And then one should eat in a favorable place with favorable accessories because it is important to feel comfortable and satisfied while having food. One should not eat too quickly to ensure that food does not get into the wrong passage and that person is able to ascertain the qualities and taste of food or even detect any defects in the food. One should not eat too slow because by eating too slow, one does not get satisfaction, eats too much and the food becomes cold and is digested irregularly. Then one should eat with utmost concentration on the food, not talking or laughing. By taking food while talking or laughing, the mind elsewhere, he is inflicted with same defects as by eating too fast. One should eat with due consideration to self, that is, knowing one's own constitution and taste. So all these have to be followed. Then what is irregular diet, or what is irregular, ill health means? One of the cause of shosha ka matlab hai, see, this part is quite difficult for you to understand. Anyway, I will explain this part today, but again it will be repeated. See, irregular food habits say we land up with lots and lots of diseases, isn't it? So there is a condition called as shosha. Shosha ka matlab hai all the tissues are not properly nourished. Okay, so in case of shosha, when a person takes in food articles like drinkables, eatables, chewables, or lickables irregularly in terms of nature, preparation, combination, quantity, place, time, and all these, that means you are not following anything. We are all following, doing apachyas. So, ऐसे conditions से क्या होता है, हमारे शरीर के अंदर 3 दोषास है. Remember the 3 bodily doshas. These will get affected. अगर इसमें कुछ imbalance हो जाए, तो we land up with ill health. So let us see what the slide says. In such cases, the body survives on the. See, this part is not so important. I would just like to stay off from this for some time. Let me explain other things properly. Later on, come back to this. So this is about today's class. I hope it is of some use, or you have understood. I really don't know. All new terminologies. Don't lose hope. Don't worry. I'm here to explain everything. Read the same slides. आज का जो पाठ है आज ही पढ़ लीजिए. Read everything today itself. Be a very good student. आराम से, very easily you will understand everything and you will be happy. Yes, you will get the slides, Mr. Sangamesh. Right? So it's time up. Sorry for taking extra time today. So be prepared for tomorrow's class. Lots and lots to learn, lots and lots to study. So full concentration should be there. Tomorrow I will start the class exactly at 5:05. So don't join late because it will be difficult to understand. Okay? Yes. Thank you. Thank you so much. Nice talking to you all. Nice to see all your responses. You're all very interactive. Right. So during class, no conversation. After class or in between, we will have some chat. Right? Yes. Thank you so much. Namaste. Wish you all the best.